The moment something slows down, you reach for your phone. Not for anything specific, just to fill the gap. That gap used to do something. You stopped finding out what. Think about the last time you stood in line without checking your phone. Not glanced at it, not pulled it out for a second, just stood there, waited, let the time pass. You're having trouble placing it. That's not because you got busier. Your schedule isn't that different from 5 years ago. The lines are the same length, the waits are the same duration. What changed is what you do inside them. The moment something slows down, a page loading, a light turning, an elevator arriving, something else starts. A reflex. The hand moves before the thought does. The phone is out before you decided to take it out. And for 2 seconds, 3 seconds, whatever the gap is, it gets filled. It always gets filled now. There's a thing that used to happen inside those gaps. Not productivity, not insight, something quieter. The mind moving on its own, without direction. Problems you weren't consciously working on would shift. Thoughts would surface that had no entry point during busy moments. The waiting itself was doing something. Boredom, real boredom, not the performed kind, not the kind you scroll through, was the condition your brain needed to find its own direction. You don't reach that state anymore. Not because you're never bored, because the boredom never gets the chance to develop into anything. The phone arrives at 2 seconds. The state that used to emerge at minute 3 never comes. And here's what that costs. Not dramatically, not all at once. Your tolerance for any unresolved moment quietly narrowed. Waiting for a response to a message became difficult. Sitting through the first slow minutes of something became harder. Starting a task without immediately knowing how it would go started producing a kind of friction that didn't used to be there. Not impatience exactly, something closer to an inability to stay inside uncertainty long enough for it to resolve on its own. Because uncertainty used to resolve in the gaps, and the gaps are gone. The phone didn't take your patience. You filled the moments where patience would have been practiced, over and over across thousands of small gaps, across years, until the muscle that tolerance requires stopped being used. And unused things don't disappear loudly. They just become unavailable quietly, until one day you need them, a long wait, an uncertain outcome, a moment that won't resolve quickly, and you reach for something that isn't there. You didn't lose patience. You just never let the moment arrive where you'd need it.